Finding a nice comfy Tadasana near the back of your mat, not thinking too much about alignment, but just letting the feet land somewhere that feels good in the knees, good in the hips, good in the spine, letting the shoulders be nice and soft. Slow roll or melt over to a forward fold here. So taking a little bend in the knees, bring the hands to the thighs, thinking about leading from the crown of the head, curving cervical spine first, then thoracic spine, then lumbar spine, sliding the hands down, the legs eventually coming all the way down into a forward fold, gently connecting fingertips or palms, slow walk your way out toward downward facing dog. Pause in your downward facing dog, pedal the feet. Find stillness in your downward facing dog. Again, letting go of any ideas about alignment or where something should be or what it should look like. Sweep your right leg behind you. Let it stretch and lengthen back behind you in any way that feels good. Reach it, reach it, reach it, reach it, reach it. Stretch. Take a big inhale. Exhale, 3-leg plank. Knee comes towards same side elbow. Inhale, send that leg all the way back behind you again. Let it open, let it reach, let it stretch, and then bend the knee. Take that knee that's in the air. Draw some big circles in the air going one direction. Draw some big circles in the air going the other direction. Pause, extend that leg. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, come forward. Bring your knee to your opposite elbow. Straighten the knee. Let the foot reach out to your left side. Gaze at the toes. Bring that knee back underneath, send that leg long behind you. Bring it down to meet the left. Let the knees come all the way forward and down until they're almost touching your mat. Gaze is just in front of the fingers. Lift the knees and sits bones and tailbone, downward facing dog. Bring that knees forward and down, gazing just in front of the fingers. Lifting back, downward facing dog. Coming forward one more time. Inhaling back, pausing in your down dog. Sweep that left leg back behind you. Let it reach, open, stretch, expand. Wait for an exhale, knee same side elbow. Send it back behind you. Knee opposite elbow, turn. Look to the side, foot straightens. Gazing at your toes, bring that foot back underneath. Send it behind you. Let it reach. Bend the knee. Circles coming from the hip, moving one direction, moving other direction. Finding stillness, extend that leg, bring the foot down to meet the right. Let the knees come forward and down until they almost touch the mat, lifting and lowering. Next time you come down, let your knees come all the way down onto your mat. Find a tabletop. Keep your left knee connected. Slide your left foot just off the left side of your mat. Slide your right foot back, lifting the knee. Roll open to the side, finding a supported side plank. Sweeping those right fingertips up toward the sky. Lift the right leg parallel to the floor. Gently pull the toes in, reach the heel away. Bring the right arm overhead. Fingertips reaching same direction as the crown of the head. Find a little bit of a back bend, letting the arm and leg draw gently behind you. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, draw navel to spine. Elbow, knee meet in front of the belly. Inhale, lengthen, little back bend. Exhale, coming in. Inhale, open. Exhale, coming in. One more time, inhaling, open. And then let yourself fall into a deep stretch side bend. Let those right toes find the earth. Reach the right mid ribs up toward the ceiling. Hand falls down toward the ground. We deeply bend the left elbow. Stretch that whole side body. Lifting those fingers back toward the sky. Sweeping that hand back under the shoulder, coming back onto the ball of the right foot. Knee comes down, left foot comes in. Slide the hands a little forward of your shoulder. Tuck the toes, lift the tailbone. Downward facing dog. Now imagine you're going to deeply bend your elbows and let your forearms almost touch your mat, but not quite. Turbo dog, deeply bending the knees to support you as you lower those forearms, but don't let them touch. Lifting back, down dog. And lowering those forearms down. Lifting, down dog. One more time, lowering those forearms. Lifting down dog, letting the knees come all the way forward and down to your mat. Right foot comes just off the right edge of the mat. Left foot slides back. Roll open to your supported side plank. And first finding a flow, lifting this leg parallel to the earth, toes gently drawing in, heel reaching away. Arm reaches same direction of where the crown of the head is pointing. Find a little back bend, letting foot, arm reach ever so slightly behind you. Big inhale, exhale, navel to spine, elbow, knee meet in front of the belly. Inhaling open, exhaling coming in. Inhaling, lengthen, lower the toes, drop the arm, reach those left low ribs up toward the ceiling, deeply bend that right elbow. How big of a stretch can you find through that side body? Bringing those fingertips high, sweeping the hand down around under the shoulder, coming onto the ball of the left foot. Knee comes down, right foot comes in. Slide your hands out, tuck the toes, lift the tailbone, downward facing dog. We're going to flow from down dog to plank, so you may need to lengthen your stance just a little more than you're used to. Big inhale. Exhale, letting the hips come forward and down, shoulders land over wrists. Inhale, lift the tailbone. Exhale, lower. Next time you come forward to your plank, pause. Bring the feet slightly closer together. Bring the left hand directly under the gaze. Roll over onto the outer edge of the left foot, finding a side plank. Right hand comes to the hip, or we send it overhead, stacking the shoulders. Big inhale. Exhale, turning the heart back down, sweeping that hand down, rolling back onto the toes, switching the places of the hands, rolling onto the outer edge of the right foot, bringing left hand to hip, or stacking the shoulders, side plank. Big inhale, sweeping that hand down, finding your traditional plank shape again, feet same width as hip joints, hands are right under the shoulders, spine long, cervical spine in line with the rest of the spine. Let your weight come forward a little bit, so as you lower down for low plank, the elbows stay over the wrists, pause, roll forward over the toes, open the heart, thighs stay floated up dog, rolling back through plank, over the toes, lift the tailbone, downward facing dog. Let the knees come all the way down to the mat. Toes stay tucked. Slide the hands in toward the knees, lifting up toward sort of looks like a hero shape, but with toes tucked. Grab blocks if you have them. Stay on fingertips if you like. As you bring one knee up and then the other, finding toe stand. Pause in your toe stand. Find a couple full breaths. Press into the toes to lift yourself up toward a balancing mountain. Keep the heels lifted as you press your way all the way up. Find the top. Lower the heels down to the earth. Send the hands overhead. Find a back bend, upward hands pose. Exhale, dive over, forward fold. Deeply bend the knees. Soft spine, connect fingertips or palms. Walk the hands out, downward facing dog. Take a moment, stretch, pedal. Letting the knees come all the way down to the mat. This time bringing the knees wide, untuck the toes, send the hips to the heels, wide knee, child's pose.